Hi. In this video, I want to talk about the essential nutrients that you need and make sure that you're getting them all. If you've just started a new diet regimen, you need to know which nutrients are essential for your well-being and your health and your literal life, and which ones are not really essential, because there's a lot of misinformation out there. And so I want you to know the facts. If this sounds like something that you'd enjoy seeing in the future, different topics like this about medicine, health, and diet, click the subscribe button, won't you? And click the little bell so every time I get a bright idea, you'll be one of the very first to know. Now, let's talk about macros and what are the essential nutrients that you need. There are essential fatty acids that you find in fats that if you have to have. If you don't have them for long enough, you will suffer, get sick, and die. You have to have fat in your diet. So if anyone's espousing a super low fat or even a fat-free diet, I've seen that on the internet, you need to be very careful about that, because there are a number of essential fatty acids that you have to have for good health and, in fact, for life at all. Anytime you see the word essential before a nutrient class, that means that we have to have it for our life because we don't make it. There are certain fatty acids that we don't make. We have to eat fat to get them. Sorry, but that's the truth of the matter. There are essential amino acids that you have to have, or you will suffer, get sick, and ultimately die if you don't have these amino acids. And you get those from eating protein. You have to have those, okay? There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. It is essential that you get these amino acids, and there are a number of them. Now, what about carbs and sugars and starches? Which ones of those are essential? None of them. There is no such thing as an essential sugar. There is no such thing as an essential starch. There is no such thing as an essential carbohydrate, whether simple or whether complex or whether slow or any other kind of adjective you can put before your carb. There's no essential carb. There just isn't one. Now, I eat vegetables, and I think vegetables are probably good for the human being. I think that you should probably eat vegetables too. But there's a thing going around, and you may have heard about it. Dr. Sean Baker is an orthopedic surgeon, and he's been a carnivore for several years now. And when I say carnivore, I mean he hasn't eaten anything except meat, if he's to be believed, and I think he is, for years. He eats meat every day, all day. That's all he eats is meat. So he doesn't ever eat a carb, ever. He not only doesn't eat whole grains and fruits and berries, but he also doesn't eat vegetables ever. Now, and you can watch his YouTube videos and his videos on Twitter, and he seems very vigorous and very healthy. So it begs the question, do we really need a certain number of carbs a day? Do we really need any carbs a day? I'm not sure. I think it's still open for debate. Obviously, the human body can get by on a vegan diet. We've seen people do that for years. Obviously, the human body can thrive on a carnivore diet. We've seen Dr. Baker and others do that for years. So what's the answer? What's the optimal diet? Well, either it's somewhere in between those two, or it's a little different for each person. But what I can tell you emphatically, without anybody being able to objectively object, is that there is no such thing as an essential carb, starch, or sugar. There is no such thing. So don't worry about, oh, I wonder if I'm getting enough carbs. You don't have to worry about that, okay? Just make sure that your carbs are very, very low, and you're going to do just fine. Now, if you enjoyed this and you want to see videos like this in the future, please hit that subscribe button, and also share this on your social media, because there are many people out there who are worried to death about carbs and, am I going to die if I don't get enough carbs, or if I don't get certain carbs, will I get sick and die? You can help them out by sharing this video on your social media. And if you'd like to help me a little more, I have a link to my Patreon site down below, where you can go and kick me a buck or two and help me have more time to make more videos, write more books, and help more people. This is Dr. Berry. I'll see you next time.